guys, I'll be sharing with you guys things I've learned as a 21 years old and that I'm not ashamed of. Let's go. So the first thing I've learned so far in my 10 years of experience is that it's okay if you let people go when they're no longer serving that purpose. If people are no longer serving purpose in my life, or they're no longer good to me, or I feel like our bond or our this thing's no longer just the way it used to be, I will just let them know and let them go. Yeah, let them know and let them go. I've decided, like, I'm not in that era where I don't chase, I attract. So another thing, the next thing I'm going to say that I've learned in these 21 years is that especially in when it comes to relationship, be romantic, be friends, be anything, is that not settling for less. Now, when you have a particular standard you create for your friends or for people that are coming to your life, if you have that standard, when you have that standard, it's like a filter that does not make people that are less than those people come to your life, and that saves you a lot of energy. Like, it just saves you a whole lot of energy, and this is just something I'm so grateful for that I actually have, and I'm actually planning on keeping, because there's just so much stress that thing just saves you. Like, when you have this filter that if this person cannot feel this filter, I'm sorry, but no, like that kind of thing. When people come and they're not feeling that filter, you're just like, oh, thank you so much, bye. Yeah, that kind of thing. Another thing I've learned about as a 21 years old is my savings. Before now, my mom used to call me a kenikolo. That means my cheek is my pocket. My cheek is where I keep my money inside. Yes. And this thing is actually like a very bad habit, but then it's something I do. So now, as a 21 years old, I'm not ashamed to show you guys. I have this. Yes, this is like a piggy bank. I got this piggy bank for myself, I don't know, some months ago, and it has been doing magic. Like, see, most of my money are in notes because I removed it recently, but this thing has been doing magic. Any small coin I see, or any small coin, maybe taxi change, maybe anything like that, this coin would just be lying around. I'll just keep it there. And I noticed that at the end of when I'm broke, or when I'm about to be broke, I go back there and I'll be like, oh, I've even saved this amount of money unconsciously. Now I feel like this thing is just like still like a mini way of me developing my saving habits, but it is helping me a whole lot. Like, it's helping me a whole lot, and I can feel it in my saving and also in keeping money on with myself. Another thing I've learned is how to manage my finance. Before now, if I see any money in my account, I will start thinking of how to spend it. Now I'm now thinking of how to multiply the money, how to move it from that money my mom or my dad sent to me to something that I can look back in future and be like, okay, I saved this, I did this for myself. Another thing that I'm not ashamed of, this one I'm not even ashamed of it at all. Like, it's something that I've even learned in my 10 years of conscious living on earth, is that respect is reciprocal, and it is not until someone is older than you respect them. Now, when in Africa, let me just say, in my own environment, when I was growing up, they make you respect people, like they advise you to respect people that are older than you. It's like a norms, like you respect people that are older than you by saying auntie or uncle or brother or something like that. But then I learned that respecting people does not matter if they're older than you or younger than you. You can respect people that are younger than you, and this does, like, in excess, like, I've learned that respecting someone should not be based on their age, should be earned, not based on their age. Now, when I say respect should be earned, this also does not mean that you disrespect people that are older than you, but then you give certain respects to some people who have earned that respect, not just because they are older than you, or because you feel like, oh, my sister or my auntie is this old, so, and this person is this old, so I'm going to respect the person. It does not work that way. That's what I just learned. Like, that's one of those things I learned. Another thing I learned that is like, okay, this thing is something that I'm so grateful I learned now, is my connection with God. Like now I've just been like more interested in knowing God more. Like aside from what my parents have taught me about God, or what society have taught me about God, now I just want to invest and I want to know God more. Yeah, and that's something that is changing about myself. Another thing, another thing I would say is changing, or I would say that I've changed about myself. Now I'm having a sore throat right now, so in case you guys are not hearing me properly, I'm having a sore throat. So another thing that have changed me recently is that now I've learned to be audacious. Now I'm actually a very audacious person, but now I've learned the boundaries between, I've learned the line between being audacious, being rude, being overly confrontational. Oh my god, English. But one thing I must say is that my face is actually so nice on this thing. I'm like, oh my god, girl. In that I've learned so far is that learn, like, count your blessings. You know, at times when we are searching for something from God, we don't think of those things He has done before. We just think of that thing we want to collect, like that contract or that particular thing that is like your main purpose, like that is like your main goal or your recent goal. I've learned to start counting my blessing. I count my blessing, I thank God for those little things, and then I just try to be grateful and patient while waiting for God to do His thing in my life. Yeah, in that way, because like my younger self will just start like, God, I'm not shouting. But then like my younger self will just be like, oh, this, like may not be patient, and that is something that I'm just grateful that, and I'm grateful that I'm learning now that I'm 21. And yeah, this is something I just want to share. Like, I think this is the end. This is the things that I've learned. I learned more, but then if I would just want to summarize it, this would like be like the basic things I've learned. If I'm going to impute one more, that would be that I've learned to value relationship and not take any relationship for granted, be it friendship, be it family bonds, be it colleagues. I feel like everyone have this particular role they play in your life, and that life is no longer, is not just a, is not, life is never a do or die affair, actually. But then now I feel like life is easier when you have good people around, and now I'm learning on keeping those good people around. So guys, this is where I'll be stopping. My voice is hot, I don't know,